So I'm gonna get personal for a little bit. This is about my youngest son. Well, anyways, my youngest son, I've been through so much with him. Birth and everything, pregnancy was normal. I had an amazing water birth, which was amazing with him. Well, anyways, when he was like 18 months or so, we took him to a developmental pediatrician. She had his blood drawn. The next day, they called us and they were like, "Hey, yo, you either need to come in to the pediatric hematology department or go to the ER." So that day we went to the pediatric hematology department, and he had no iron. Basically, like, if she wouldn't have called, he would have been dead. He wouldn't be here today. His developmental pediatrician saved his life. So for the next 6 weeks, he had to get iron infusions. We had to drive, like, each week we had to drive 30 minutes from our house so he could get his iron infusions, and it was just pure hell. So that was that. Then he refused to eat, so he was in feeding therapy for like a year, almost 2 years. He just graduated feeding therapy. He just graduated feeding therapy like a few months ago, and it was so bad that he was either going to be admitted, or he was going to have to get a feeding tube. He didn't gain weight for like 3 to 4 months, and he's gonna be 4 in September, and he's just 33 pounds. He's 33 pounds, and it's just pure craziness. He's in speech therapy every week. He's weekly speech therapy. He had his adenoids out, and he had ear tubes. He was chronically getting ear infections. Come to find out, his adenoids were taking up 80% of his fucking airway. So basically, my baby couldn't breathe. He has asthma. My youngest I've been through so much shit with him. But that's motherhood, I guess. Like, you know. And today, or we went to the developmental pediatrician. Like, my son is extremely hyperactive. I know that children are children and they're going to be hyper as fuck, but you know your child and you know what's normal and what's not. Like, I have another son, and he is 6, and he was never this hyperactive. Carlito is hyperactive that it's like he doesn't have an off button. It's like he never stops. He runs everywhere. He doesn't pay attention to where he's going. He runs out in the street. We have a tether. That's why we have the tether, so that he doesn't run out in the street. So, anyways, she had us do a checklist. Oh, he's been tested for autism. He's not on the spectrum. My oldest is, and he's getting retested. He's on the high end of the spectrum or whatever. So she had us do this checklist for ADHD, and she had me, my mom, who's very involved. My parents are very involved with me and my children. She had me, my mom, and his 2 teachers fill out a thing, and it came back. They're giving him a provisional diagnosis of ADHD, and so she brought up medicating him. And at first I was like, nah, I don't want to do this. I understand there's so many medicated children now, but with him, like, there is a big pharma and everything. I'm on meds, but some people, the natural route doesn't work for him, for some people. And I think when it comes to my son, I don't think natural alternatives are going to work, because he's honestly, in all actuality, a danger to himself. And it's not like he's going to be going on Adderall or anything like that. But it's just nerve wracking and it's hard to deal with. And hopefully, he's going to be like on the lowest dose possible. Hopefully, this helps. If not, I'm taking him off of it and we'll look into other things. But just wanted to let you know what's going on with my son and me. And yeah.